inside of Market Basket. It's Wednesday. My son just finished his shift, and there are three people here. Miranda, who's a bit of an artist and who did a very good job. Adele, who is what we call a red coat, if you're familiar with Market Basket. And Jim, who's been here, so it's 30 years, 10 years, and 7 years. So all of you have been at Market Basket for a while. Now, how old were you when you started at Market Basket?
16 years old.
So you started at 16.
That's right.
You stayed for 30 years. Obviously, you've probably had, 30 years ago, the economy was in a lot better shape. You probably had chances to go elsewhere. Why did you stay at Market Basket?
The only place I've ever picked up a child.
And you just, what is it about it that attracted you to stay all this time?
It's a homegrown, family-oriented business that cares about its employees and its customers.
Now, Adele, you've been here 10 years, and and obviously you've got the red coat now. How long did it take to reach that point?
I work part-time for a year and a half, full-timer for 3 years, and the rest of my time has been as a manager.
And have you enjoyed being a manager at Market Basket?
Yes, more than anything else.
Now, Miranda, you're behind the counter over here. You've been here 7 years.
Yeah.
And obviously, you seem to like your job very much. You see a lot of, obviously, you've seen me come in here because the scarf is kind of a giveaway. Have you enjoyed the time behind the glass, seeing the people come through over and over again? And what made Market Basket the place for you to be?
Well, my father's worked for the company for 18 years, and he's the one that got me the job, along with the help of Mr. St. Cyr. And I just love the family atmosphere. I feel like this is my home back there.
All right, now all of you are here willing to be, now mind you, you're all willing to be videotaped and interviewed at the Market Basket. There's plenty of people outside holding signs in the heat, which says something for them. But you're all here willing to stick your neck out or show some onions. How is it, and I want to ask each one of you, it is unprecedented in my study of history and in my following of labor stuff, where employees protest in favor of their CEO and in favor of the profitability of the company rather than for a selfish reason. How does Arthur T. DeMolis generate this kind of loyalty?
Because we're a family. Family first. We're in the people business. We're not in the grocery business. He always told us that. And he puts us before himself. So right now, we're doing the same for him.
So basically, you guys, I mean, again, you've got 30 years in, you've got 10 years in, and you could have plenty more in here, and you've got 7, and you could, I mean, your father's been here. You all have futures here if you choose to stay, and if this comes out positively, but you're all willing to put it on the line.
Market Basket is no Market Basket without RDT.
RDT is Market Basket.
And the new management seems to be willing to take on debt. I mean, one of the reasons why I shop here, so I mean, like I said, you've seen me shopping here even before my son started working here, is because the prices are good. I do all my family shopping. I know when a price is good and when it isn't. And the prices are lower here on a regular basis, even before sales. What kind of thing is going to happen to the affordability?
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to have to take on debt. And unfortunately, the customers are going to see that on their bottom line of their groceries. Prices will increase.
And there's plenty of people on assistance who come here, too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Our former CEO gave back 4% to the customers.
When they just lost 5%,
the board fired him for reckless spending. His reckless spending was giving the 4% back to the customers, reinvesting back into the company by building new stores, refurbishing some of the older, more tired stores, if you will. And that's why he got fired. Not because we're looking for better benefits or more pay.
Now, I want to start with you, Miranda, because this is a bit crazy in one respect. The company has made a profit. I mean, the board members are all making decent money here. I mean, and Arthur T. was making them decent money. The company's profitable. You have an employee base that would crawl over nails for the CEO. It seems to me that a company would like to have that situation where they're making money, and the workforce is loyal, and the customer base is loyal. Does it make any sense to you to do something different?
No, look, I like that we all stick together, and people are putting their jobs on the line, their families are at stake, and yet they're still standing behind him just because he is a great man. That's good for business.
I mean, Jim, as a manager who's been here 30 years, I mean, obviously there are occasions when you've had to deal with people on the workforce who've had a problem. What would you give as a manager to know that everybody working for you was behind you? I mean, wouldn't you think that, I would think that any company would kill for that kind of loyalty.
I think that says it all. That says it all right there. If you're a leader and you have your family behind you, what more could you ask?
I mean, that's... Okay, and
Speaks volumes.
Adel, I'll give you the last word. If there's one thing you would want to say to my readers or my listeners concerning Market Basket, as to why they should, and it sounds odd, why they should boycott the store you love, or not, well, actually, I shouldn't say boycott it, why they should support the workers.
So we can keep Market Basket the way it is. The way Market Basket is with R2T. Customers are happy, employees are happy, and shareholders are making profit. So that's why we should keep it that way.
Okay, I was going to say the last word, but there's something that came into my mind, and I want to give it to you, this one to you, Jim, because you've been the manager longest. We've seen online people who have respected the boycott of Market Basket, who've gone to other stores, and have put up their receipts from places like Stop and Shops and Hannaford's and so forth. And I'm sure these companies, the workers there are very nice and they try very hard. But you see people, especially on Twitter, complaining, I'm paying more money for our stuff going elsewhere. Yet they're still willing to go elsewhere, and although the stocks, some things are empty, like a lot of the Market Basket brands, there's still a fair amount of stuff on the shelves here. Yet they're going elsewhere and paying more.
And we're asking them to do that this week. We feel very confident that our leader and CEO and the rest of our management team that got fired and resigned will be back sooner than later. Please be patient with us. We understand that sending you somewhere else is not what we're used to doing. But if you look at that clock behind you,
Okay.
it's time to bring RDT back.
Okay, let me zoom in on that clock, because that's the clock that I use to find out whether it's time for me to head home or when I've come down here, if I have something else to do. That's the clock with the RDT. Well, thank you all for your time, and I'm not going to pretend to be unbiased at all. My best of luck to all three of you and to the workers in general here.
We appreciate it.